Green tea actually has been lowered risk of colorectal cancer, particularly in women. And what's in a cup of green tea are these polyphenols, e.g., CG. These little tumors don't have a chance.
Green tea isn't just a soothing drink, it's a powerful elixir for your body. Dr. William Li, a renowned scientist and physician, highlights how this ancient beverage is packed with antioxidants that can transform your health.
Tea, green tea, especially, has a natural polyphenol that's called catechins, e.g., CG. So when you sip straight tea, the catechins go right in, they're easily absorbed by your body. And so, our blood levels of catechins go way up. So many things that catechins can do. One of the things that's important is actually it's a relaxant. It actually helps lower your stress. It lowers the catecholamines. And so other things, it helps your lipids. It actually also helps fight cancer. It's anti-inflammatory, kind of like curcumin. It's a substance that has so many beneficial things that, at least when I drink tea, I want to get as much as I can out of my food.
From ancient traditions to your kitchen, green tea has been a staple of wellness for centuries. But modern research now backs what tradition has always known. This humble tea can fight diseases and supercharge your body. Let's dive into the 5 incredible ways green tea benefits your health, starting with how it burns fat and speeds up metabolism.
Green tea activates brown fat thermogenesis, and brown fat is kind of special kind of fat in your body. It's good fat. It's not wiggly jiggly. It's not under your arms. It's not under your chin. It's not your muffin top. Brown fat is wafer thin, and it's plastered around your neck, a little bit behind your breastbone, between your shoulder blades, a little bit in your belly. When brown fat is activated, and green tea will activate, the EGCG will activate the brown fat, what that does is it fires up kind of like a space heater, all right? And when it fires up like a space heater, it's going to require energy to create heat. Thermogenesis is creating heat, all right? And in order to create that heat, that energy that brown fat uses is drawn from excess body fat, like visceral fat, all right? So this is actually a way to turn on good fat to burn down bad fat. And it's a way of actually lowering overall excess harmful body fat in your body.
Research shows that people who drink green tea regularly can burn up to 17% more fat during exercise. It's a natural way to give your metabolism a boost, particularly when combined with an active lifestyle. Just 2 to 3 cups of green tea a day can enhance fat oxidation and help you lose weight over time. Benefit 2. Fights cancer with powerful antioxidants.
Now, green tea contains catechins that have been shown to lower the risk of colon cancer, stomach cancer, esophageal cancer, cancers of the gut, actually, because you're sipping the green tea and it's flowing down and touching your entire GI tract.
Green tea is a cancer-fighting powerhouse, specifically EGCG, protect cells from damage and prevent cancerous cells from growing. Studies have shown that green tea can lower the risk of several types of cancers, including breast, prostate, and colorectal cancer.
And this is actually something that I've studied. I'm a researcher. I have actually studied food as medicine in the lab, specifically green tea. And I can tell you that this is a natural chemical found in tea leaves that when you brew a cup of tea, the EGCG comes out into the liquid. So whether you actually have tea bags, you have loose tea leaves, or you have some powdered tea, which is another form of getting it, and whether it is green tea, whether it's matcha, you're all getting this catechin into your system. So what does EGCG do in the body? Well, something quite amazing. Drinking tea has been shown by cancer researchers to lower inflammation, which is, of course, one of the drivers for cancer. Green tea also boosts the immune system. Now, we all have cancers growing inside our body. It's a natural part of being alive. When our cells divide, they make mistakes, and each of those tiny little mistakes is a microscopic cancer. But our immune system wings by, finds that microscopic cancer, and takes it out like a sniper. And so good, strong immunity is actually cancer fighting, and green tea actually does that as well. But the thing that I think is most remarkable is that the catechins found in green tea cut off the blood supply to tumors. Now, all tumors are harmless until they actually get a blood supply. And this is a process called tumor angiogenesis. Now, our normal cells, our normal tissues have angiogenesis. We need them in order to be able to heal our wounds. But tumors hijack this process okay? And they actually feed themselves to get oxygen and nutrients. And when a cancer actually does that, that is actually what allows tumors to actually grow wildly. In fact, studies in the lab have shown that without a blood supply, tumors can't grow beyond about 2 millimeters in diameter. That's the size of the tip of a ballpoint pen. But the moment blood vessels can actually grow up and touch that tumor and feed it, that tumor can grow 16,000 times in just 2 weeks' time. All right. So angiogenesis, which is normal for healing, good for our body, when tumors hijack it, the oxygen and nutrients allow the cancer to explode in growth. So tea, containing the catechins, cuts off the blood supply, prevents tumor angiogenesis. And that is one of the most powerful and important ways that green tea can actually be beneficial.
For green tea, if you have matcha, which you find in a ceremonial tea, you find in a Japanese restaurant, it's bright green tea. It's kind of opaque because it's actually made with powder, and it's the entire tea leaf that's powdered. A lot of people don't realize this, but matcha is super packed with polyphenols. It's quite amazing. Actually done a study to show that matcha tea extracts can kill breast cancer stem cells.
Wow.
I'm always amazed by that because, look, as somebody who's been involved with biotech development and cancer treatment development, finding something that could kill stem cells, cancer stem cells, like breast cancer stem cells, which is what makes cancers come back, is a holy grail. We don't have a drug for it, but here, matcha tea actually been shown in the lab to actually be able to do that. To me, is actually really jaw-dropping.
The antioxidants work at a molecular level, neutralizing free radicals that can cause oxidative stress and lead to cancer. By incorporating green tea into your routine, you're not just protecting your liver, you're shielding your cells from damage and reducing your risk of cancer. Benefit 3. Enhances brain function and reduces the risk of Alzheimer's.
So when our blood vessels are healthy, our brain has a chance to be healthy. When our blood vessels are sick, not a chance that your brain is going to be healthy. And so that's one of the reasons why it's so important and so possible to actually tend to the garden of our blood vessels, those 400 miles in our brain. It's so important to take care of.
And what we eat can be good for the brain, good for the nerves, and what's good for the brain, the blood vessels and the nerves in the brain, also good for blood vessels and nerves in the eyes.
Not only does green tea boost your physical health, but it also enhances your brain function. The caffeine in green tea, although less than in coffee, combined with the amino acid L-theanine, improves brain function and promotes focus and alertness without the jittery side effects of coffee. Even more exciting, long-term studies have found that green tea can protect the brain from age-related cognitive decline, potentially lowering your risk of Alzheimer's and Parkinson's diseases. With each cup of green tea, you're not only sharpening your mind today, but also investing in your brain health for the future. Benefit 4. Supports heart health and lowers cholesterol.
Every single time your heart contracts, it is jetting up those oxygen molecules and the nutrients to be able to feed your brain. Weak heart, weak circulation, weak blood flow, weak brain.
Green tea supports heart health. Studies reveal that regular consumption of green tea helps lower LDL cholesterol, the bad kind of cholesterol, and improves overall cardiovascular health. Green tea is rich in flavonoids, which improve blood vessel function and reduce your risk of heart disease and stroke. Research even suggests that green tea drinkers are at a 31% lower risk of cardiovascular disease. Whether you're managing high cholesterol or want to support your heart health, green tea is a smart addition to your daily diet. Benefit 5. Helps lower blood sugar and prevents type 2 diabetes.
So studies in Iran have looked at women, 70 women, who are coming from a diabetes clinic, and they have metabolic syndrome, all right? Now, this is kind of on your way towards diabetes and otherwise badness due to excess body fat and problems with your metabolisms. So, what are the signs you have metabolic syndrome? High blood pressure, high blood cholesterol, high lipids, high blood sugar, and a large waist circumference. Waist circumference is actually kind of a marker of how much body fat you actually have in a tube of your body, right? So everyone, whether you're a big person or a skinny person, your body and cross-section is a tube, and there's fat that actually grows in the middle of there, right? So what happens when your visceral fat, that's the fat inside the viscera of your guts, what happens when that fat expands? It's going to stretch out your tube. Now, think about that if you had a belt, okay? Belt size at normal, You get excess body fat. Look at that. You got to undo a couple of belt holes in order to be able to buckle your belt, right? So that's why waist circumference is actually a surrogate, a marker of how much body fat, harmful body fat, excess body fat you might actually have. So this study in Iran, it looked at 70 women who were in a diabetic clinic with metabolic syndrome, gave the women 7 ounces of green tea. That's just under a fluid cup of green tea, not very much, in fact. And they gave it to them to drink 3 times a day for 8 weeks. All right. And there's another placebo group that just got lukewarm water. The tea drinkers basically drank their tea sort of breakfast, lunch, and in the afternoon. And at the end of 8 weeks, the tea drinkers lost 2 pounds, and they also shrank their waist circumference by almost an inch. And that means that visceral fat got burned down. Click, 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 whoosh. Green tea activates the brown fat. The brown fat burns down the fuel, burns away the fat. And guess what? Your waist circumference shrinks when you're losing excess body fat. This is the kind of thing that you can actually use to unpack your liver, unburden body fat in your liver. Now, in this study, the women who had green tea also had lower blood pressure. They had better fasting glucose. It's a sign of metabolic health. And they actually had better blood lipids as well, blood cholesterol.
And finally, green tea helps regulate blood sugar levels and may lower the risk of type 2 diabetes. The antioxidants in green tea improve insulin sensitivity and reduce blood sugar levels, helping your body process sugar more efficiently. Studies have shown that people who drink green tea regularly have a lower risk of developing type 2 diabetes by as much as 33%. For those looking to maintain healthy blood sugar levels or reduce their diabetes risk, green tea is an easy and natural solution. From burning fat and fighting cancer to enhancing brain function and regulating blood sugar, green tea is more than just a drink. It's a powerful tool for your health. If you found these benefits helpful, imagine what else green tea can do for your health. For more tips on natural ways to boost your body's defenses, check out this next video here.